love me some freshness. I like crunchy, fresh food. I don't do over processed food. Like I can't with that. Mm. Hmm. Are you using an app to track everything? No, Princess. On phase one, hyperketosis, we don't count calories or macros. You don't have to worry about none of that. As long as you follow the portions that I give you on my program, you're gonna be in a aggressive calorie deficit. That's all it matters. You have to be in a calorie deficit to lose pounds. So no calorie counting, no macro tracking. That is the best part of this program, that you don't have to worry about none of that on phase one. Follow the portions, and that's all you need to do. So no, I will not count calories or track macros. That stuff is freaking annoying to me. No, I can't do it. Okay, guys, let me scroll to the top and read all your comments. Uh, I got your plan. I'll start tomorrow. Princess, let me know how it goes, Mama. Thank you for the purchase. Make sure you read everything. Read the guide. Read the list of approved foods. Make sure you pick and choose, whatever recipes you want to create from the cookbook. Stick to the plan. That is how you're going to get the most. And if you have any questions, I'm here for you. Day 4, 5 pounds. Whoa, yes, this is what happens with hyperketosis, you guys. Day 4 of my second round of phase 1, almost down almost 5 pounds. Let's see, make sure I'm not skipping anybody, guys. Hold on. What is mixed with the eggs, with the egg whites? Spinach, and then I have some butternut squash under here too, some roasted, just a couple pieces of roasted butternut squash. Oh my gosh, I can't grab it. Jesus. Um, but then we have eggs and a cup and a half of spinach. And then we have some steak. I cooked the steak using chicken stock, unsalted chicken stock. It's really good. And then we have a juicy tomato. And for my fruit portion, we have 1 cup of strawberries. Mmm. Mm. I love me a big juicy tomato. It's so good, you guys. Mm. And to drink, I have a warm cup of water with a pinch of sea salt. That's all I drink, guys. Just water. Water and more water. Mm-hmm. Some steak. Yes. If you guys have any questions about hyperketosis, you know what to do. Drop it in the comments. Let's get some water. If you are doing fasting, this is how you need to be breaking your fast. If you are fasting 20 hours, 16 hours, whatever, however many hours. But you're breaking your fast with a cup of latte. That's like a cup of sugar, basically. You're breaking your fast with sweets, sugar, over processed sugar, fried food, fatty food. Like, just go eat a cheeseburger. Stop fasting and go eat a cheeseburger instead. It defeats the purpose of fasting. Fasting is obviously to help you. It's for a lot of reasons, but in this case, we're using it to lose weight. So fasting is to help us be in a calorie deficit. That's the reason why I do fasting, and because I like how I feel. I feel healthy. I feel good. It helps me to heal my gut, to heal me from the inside out. But you have to make sure that you're eating healthy food. You're breaking your fast with healthy food. If you're breaking it with something unhealthy, just go eat a cheeseburger and stop fasting. It's not going to do nothing for you. Fasting works if you eat healthy food. If you break your fasting with healthy food, you drink water. Put that put that latte away. You can have coffee, but with no cream or no sugar. But otherwise, you're just drinking a cup of sugar. Why? Um, and I get a lot of people, that come here and they talk about how, they have been fasting for weeks, months, and they can never lose a pound. They never lose anything. Well, fasting alone is not gonna get you to lose weight if when you break your fast, you're breaking it with fried chicken, pizza, cheeseburgers, things like that. It defeats the purpose. Make sure you're breaking it with healthy food. Vegetables. Eat a lot of vegetables. Eat a lot of fiber. That's what you need in any diet. Any diet. If you're trying to lose weight, gotta get that fiber. If you ain't getting that fiber, forget it. We got some pieces of steak. So good. And we got the sweet peppers for the crunch, the freshness. It's a fruit with your protein. Low sugar, high fiber. Barely any calories. If you don't know what to eat, get my cookbook. It has tons of recipes. Everything I ate during my 40 days of hyperketosis to go from here to here. Mm-hmm. This hits the spot. Mm. So I'm breaking my 19 hours of fasting with this meal. And I just got done doing an hour of cardio, fasted cardio, empty stomach, 1 hour of cardio, 10,000 steps, a little bit more than 10,000 steps. It is 12:30 where I am. I had my last meal yesterday at 5:30 p.m. Giving my body plenty of time to have a break and to start using that stored body fat and burning for energy because I'm not eating constantly. I'm going to buy the cookbook today. Lydia, sounds good, Mama. Link in my bio. The whole program is on sale, you guys, at the lowest sale price that you're ever going to be able to get it. It's on sale for the duration of the life. So if you guys need it, it's linked in my bio. I am a certified health coach, and this is what I do. I coach people both online and in person to lose weight and to maintain the weight loss. I lost 34 pounds in 40 days, 50 pounds within 4 months with hyperketosis. If you guys have questions, let me know. But yes, that's what you do, you guys. You eat your healthy food. You fast, for however many hours you want to do. You should be doing a minimum of 16 hours, and then get your cardio as well. I did 1 hour. Mm. I'll be doing 2 meals. For the next 40 days, today is day 4. For the next 40 days, I am doing 2 meals per day. I'm doing a minimum of 16 hours of fasting. My 2 meals are going to be 4 ounces of lean protein, 2 to 3 cups of vegetables, or until I'm full from eating vegetables, and then 1 serving of fruit. That is what I'm going to do for the next 40 days. I am so encouraged by you sharing your journey. Oh, Lydia, thank you so much. And that's the whole purpose. That is why I come and show you guys what I do. If I can motivate one person to get healthy, to start eating healthy, to change their eating habits, to start moving their body, whether you're in pain, whether you're depressed, whether you're sad, you're sick, just move your body some a little bit every single day. It can change everything about how you feel. So thank you for that, because that is my goal. Try to motivate. If I can motivate one person, I'm happy. These tomatoes are everything. I got them from Costco. They felt pretty fresh and they are so nice and juicy. I've been eating a tomato every day since I got them. To drink, all we got is water. We need that hydration. It has a pinch of sea salt for electrolytes. And I just like drinking warm water unless I'm working out. But I throughout the day, every morning and throughout the day, I drink warm water. If you drink a cup of warm water every morning with a pinch of sea salt, you're gonna feel so much energized without caffeine. Without caffeine, you want that natural energy. Get a cup of warm water, pinch of sea salt, in an empty stomach first thing in the morning. Thank me later. I broke my fast at 8:30 in the morning the last time. I ate was yesterday at 11 a.m. Oh my gosh, Lydia, that is how many hours is that? So you're doing it totally you're doing like the opposite of what I'm doing, but that's great. So my last meal was yesterday at 5:30 p.m. and it is now 12:30 where I am. But that's awesome. Good for you. And that, that goes to show you that no matter what your schedule is, you just gotta find the eating window that works for you. You know what I mean? Just do it. There's a lot of people that work, graveyard, night shift, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, just find what works for you. Don't make any excuses. Like, just don't make any excuses. Oh, okay. And again, remember, you guys, on hyperketosis, yes, you can mix proteins. If you want to have steak and eggs, totally fine. Let's make sure that you're not going over the recommended portions. You can have um, shrimps and chicken if you want. You know what I mean? Or you can combine your proteins. Totally fine. For my last meal, which is, I do 2 meal. I'm doing 2 meals per day. For my last meal, I think I'm just gonna do a steak salad. I'm just gonna do steak, like the same steak that I have here, and just make like a big salad with and then with the steak. Mm, 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 mm. No GLP. No, not for me. This is my GLP right here. This is how we get the GLP here. Lots of healthy food. Oh my gosh. Some spinach. Mm, 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 mm. What happens after ketosis? So there is 3 phases to this program. When you get done with phase one, which is hyperketosis, you're gonna go into phase two, and you're gonna do a 20 days of maintenance, so that you can learn how to eat within your maintenance calories. Okay, that's gonna be phase two. When you transition, when you're done with phase two, you're gonna go into phase three. Phase three is no longer a diet; it's a lifestyle. Diets are not sustainable. I am a certified health coach, and I'll be the first one to tell you diets are not sustainable. Anybody telling you something different, they're lying to you. Diets are for a period of time. Diets are for sick people. Diets are for fat people like us. We're not sick, we're just fat. Somebody that is sick might have to be in a diet for the rest of their lives. If they're sick, they can eat certain meals. That's a diet. That's not the case with us. We're just fat. So we're just going to use the diet for a period of time, so that we can unfat ourselves and then get out of the diet and go into a lifestyle. Diets are not sustainable, a lifestyle is. When you get to phase three, I want you to continue to eat within your maintenance calories. You can eat whatever you want. Just don't go over your maintenance calories. You want to eat a cheeseburger? Fine. I understand that a cheeseburger might have about 600 calories. And if all you have for the day is 2,000 calories, there goes 600 calories. You know what I mean? Use your calories wisely so that you can eat enough food and stay full throughout the day. That's what I do. And I have been maintaining my weight loss for almost 2 years, going on 2 years. Haven't had any issues. All I do is eat within my maintenance calories. Right now, I'm on a calorie deficit. But outside of the calorie deficit, what I have been doing is eating within my maintenance calories, prioritizing protein and fiber, eating whatever I want, but I prioritize protein and fiber, eating within my maintenance calories. So that's what you do. Spinach and pasta? No. Eggs, scrambled eggs and spinach, and then steak. I don't do pasta. Hey, my friend, how are you? Welcome, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Some steak. So remember, you guys, all of the food for hyperketosis has to come from the list of approved foods for hyperketosis. You cannot just go to the store, start buying things, and think that you're on hyperketosis. You're not. You're not. If you don't have the information, if you don't have the list of approved foods to know exactly what's allowed and what's not allowed, you're doing it wrong. If you don't have the guide that explains everything about this program, the do's and don'ts, you're doing it wrong. Okay. Earlier on my walking live that I did earlier, I had somebody came and said, um, I did hyperketosis and I only lost 6 pounds. I said, what? Yeah, this person only lost 6 pounds. And she said, I don't know why. And I said, I don't know either. And so my first question to her was, do you have my program? And she said, no. How do you know that you was doing hyperketosis then? How do you know that you was doing hyperketosis? This is why you didn't lose anything other than 6 pounds. Most of my clients within the first 3 days lose 6 pounds. So it's a completely waste of your time to go on for 40 days eating whatever it is that you're eating, thinking that you're on hyperketosis when you're really not. Okay? You have to invest a little bit of money. It's not a lot. You're spending more going to Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, McDonald's every single day. And you don't care about that. When it comes to investing a little bit on your health, now it's an issue, right? If you want to do it right, you have to get the information. You have to have the right information. You're not going to learn everything about this program by watching one live, watching me eat, watch one video here, one video there. It's not going to happen. Just like this person, the hyperketosis for 40 days only lost 6 pounds. They didn't have the program. They didn't have nothing to follow. Don't waste your time. Are you still losing weight? Claudia, so I am on my round 2 of phase 1. So I'm doing a second round. I'm on day 4. Okay, this is day 4 of my second round of phase 1, and I am down almost 5 pounds in 4 days. So my goal is 20 pounds minimum. That's what I'm trying to get. I told you guys before I had to lose weight because of my health. So even though I have lost a bunch of weight already, I am still considered overweight. I'm not on the obese category anymore, but I'm still considered overweight. So my doctor wants me to lose at least 20 more pounds to get me to the recommended healthy weight. So that's what I'm trying to do now. Can we fast the entire day on hyperketosis? No. Don't do none of that. Follow the program the way it is, okay? You have to read the guide and follow the instructions. If you don't have it, link in my bio. Do not be doing none of those crazy things, okay? I want you to follow the program the way it is because remember, you guys, we do not lose weight by not eating. That is just not how we lose weight. We lose weight by eating the right foods, the right portions, by being in a calorie deficit. That is how we lose weight. So don't start doing anything crazy. I want you fasting a minimum of 16 hours. If you can do more, that's fine. But you need to make sure you're leaving enough time so that you can have 2 meals per day. Do not start eating less than the 2 meals. 2 meals per day. So you gotta make sure that your eating window is big enough to get 2 meals per day. So pretty much being on keto. This is different than regular keto. This is hyperketosis. Regular keto is high fat, low carbs, protein within moderation. Hyperketosis is high fiber, low fat. So 2 totally different things. Hyperketosis is more accelerated. It's hyper. You're going to lose weight a lot faster. With regular keto, I see people lose like 10, 12 pounds within 40 days, which is absolutely nothing. With hyperketosis, most of my clients are doing between 12 and 15 pounds within the first 2 weeks. Within the 40 days, this is a 40-day program. Within the 40 days, most of my clients do between 30 and 35 pounds. I did 34 pounds within the 40 days. So 2 totally different things. What dressing can I have on hyperketosis? You can use the Simple Growth Salad dressing. You can find it on Amazon. Day 3 down 4.2 pounds. Nancy, that is so freaking good. That makes me so happy for you. So you're doing more than a pound per day. I want you guys to read this comment from Nancy. Day 3, and she is down 4.2 pounds. That is more than a pound per day. And I have been telling you guys over and over, a lot of my clients lose about a pound per day. There's the ones doing a little bit less. There's the ones doing more than a pound per day. This right here, perfect example of that. That is so freaking good. That is so awesome. So today is day 4 for me, and I am down 4.6, which makes me so happy. What dressing can I have on hyperketosis? A Simple Growth Salad dressing. You can find it on Amazon. I know I have so many people that started this month on the 2nd. It's so good to see, that the program is working for everybody. Everybody that is putting in the work, everybody that is following the program is losing the pounds, and that makes me so happy. If you're successful, I'm successful. Can you stop the screen, please? Tap it, keep tapping it. Mm, mm, mm. This meal was everything I needed to break my fast. Some warm water with sea salt. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. What is hyperketosis? Hyperketosis is a 40-day rapid weight loss diet. The base of hyperketosis is intermittent fasting. On hyperketosis, we fast for 16 hours and we eat within an 8-hour window. You choose the 8-hour window that works for you. For me, I like doing 11 to 7, but you can choose whatever works for you. And we eat 2 meals per day within those 8 hours. The 2 meals consist of 4 ounces of protein, 2 to 3 servings of vegetables or until you are full, and 1 serving of fruit. And we do not cook with fats or oils. We cook with water, broth, vinegar, liquid aminos. You can boil your food, air fry it, bake it, grill it. No fats, no oils for those 40 days. We are trying to lose body fat, belly fat. And the only sweetener that we can use is stevia. And you do not have to do intense exercise to lose the weight, but you need to be doing something that is low intensity. Any physical activity that is low intensity, such as swimming, walking, yoga, Pilates, Zumba. You can do strength training using resistance bands. You can lift the 5-pound weights, 8-pound weights. That is low intensity. And I also want you to drink a lot of water throughout the day. I drink about a gallon of water every single day. So that is what hyperketosis is. That is how I was able to go from here to here, losing 34 pounds in 40 days, 50 pounds in 4 months with hyperketosis. And I am on my second round, day 4 of my second round. I want to lose 20 more pounds. I am a certified health coach, and this is what I do. I coach people to lose weight. So if you guys want to start hyperketosis, you can find my full program for hyperketosis link in my bio. My program comes with everything that you need. Everybody has to start on phase 1. So what you need to grab is the bundle for phase 1. The bundle for phase 1 comes with the list of approved foods with everything that you can eat, drink, and cook with. It also comes with the guide that explains everything about hyperketosis, what it is and how it works, the do's, the don'ts. And you're also getting my cookbook with step-by-step recipes, everything I ate during my 40 days of hyperketosis that got me going from here to here. Most of my clients that I have coached using my program have been able to lose between 12 and 15 pounds within the first 2 weeks. Within the 40 days, because this is a 40-day program, most of my clients lose between 30 and 35 pounds. I am 47 years old, and I was able to lose 34 pounds at 47 years old going through premenopause. If I was able to completely change and transform my body from this to this, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Get with it. Get with it. Thank you very much. No problem, my friend. No problem. Thank you, Luna. So much appreciation. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you. I love eating with you guys. Um, I, at home, it's just me and my husband is gone all the time. So I got absolutely nobody to talk to. So I love coming on the lives and just eating with you guys and hanging out with you guys. My husband told me that I need to make real life friends. That's what he told me the other day. And I said, why? I have all my friends on TikTok. And he said, that's not real, right? I said, they are. They are real people. So I appreciate you guys. More tomato. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, you guys are. I got one friend, like in real life. I only got one friend. Me and her been friends since like we was like 12. That's the only friend that I have. I mean, my husband keeps telling me that I need to make more friends, and I'm like, uh. Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, all you need in life is one or two ride or die friends. That's all you need. You don't need like a bunch of them. You guys, my problem in life has always been that food makes me too happy. Like, my food just makes me happy. I don't know what to say. But at least now it's healthy food and I'm not eating sugar. Because I told you guys before hyperketosis, I was addicted to sugar. Before hyperketosis, the problem was not that I was eating like huge portions of food. I eat more now than before when it comes to the portions. So it was not that I was eating a lot of food, it was the sugar consumption. I was addicted to sugar. And if you know anything about sugar, sugar is a slow killer. Like it will like kill you slowly and sometimes not so slow. Just think about what does sugar do to your teeth. When we eat a lot of sugar, it rottens your teeth. So imagine what sugar does to your guts, to your insides when you eat a lot of sugar. That was my problem before hyperketosis. That sugar addiction that I had, and it was insane. Like it was out of control. So I don't mess with sugar. I still don't. 95% of the times I still don't eat sugar. 5% of the times I give myself permission to like eat a little bit of, if I want to. I don't have to, but like I know that I have my own permission to if I want to eat, but I don't crave it. I don't need it. I don't want it. That stuff was like killing me slowly, and I don't want to go down that road again. So now when I crave sweets, like right now I'm on my period. I know that's a lot of information, but right now I'm on my period. Right before I start my period, I crave sweets, but the type of sweets that I crave is like sweets from fruit. So I will eat apples, I will eat strawberries, kiwis, blueberries. Like I will literally snack on those all day throughout the day when I'm on my period, because I be craving that sweet, but it's from the fruits. I don't crave like the sugary stuff. Like that stuff makes me sick to my stomach if I eat it, because I don't eat it anymore. Mm. And I always keep sweet peppers in my refrigerator, like always. Because if I want to snack on something throughout the day, if I want something filling, something crunchy, this right here, and these are sweet peppers, so you get a little bit of sweetness as well. This right here, everything. Tomatoes, that's another thing. Like I love tomatoes, so I will keep a bunch of tomatoes in my refrigerator, and I just slice them the way I had this one. I will snack on those throughout the day if I get snacky. I'm not a snacky person, but when I'm on my period, that's a different animal. So during my period, yes, I do get snacky, but I do it on like healthy stuff. The crunch, yes, I love the crunch. Like I love the crunch. What you have for lunch? I had about 2 ounces of steak, um, sirloin steak, and I cooked it in unsalted chicken broth. And then I had scrambled eggs. I had 2 eggs, 2 ounces of scrambled eggs mixed with 1.5 cup of spinach. And then I had sweet peppers. I had a huge juicy tomato. And then what else did I had? The peppers, the tomatoes, the steak, the eggs, the spinach. Oh, and then for my fruit portion, we're having a cup of strawberries. So lots of food. I am a volume eater. When you guys, some of you guys be telling me like, "Oh my gosh, that is a huge plate. Oh my gosh, you eat too much." I ain't gonna argue with you because you're right. I do eat a lot. I am a volume eater, but the food that I eat is like low calorie, low fat, low this, low everything. And I prioritize protein and fiber. So, yes, my plate might look like a big plate, which it is. But when it comes to the calories, it's low because I eat within my maintenance calories usually. So, but that's what I had. It was a lot of food. It was really good, delicious. So, this is the last sweet pepper. Yes, Lydia, yes. That's the one that I used for like half of my last round. And then I switched to Ultima after that. Ultima, I will say Ultima is better, less calories, less everything. But if Element is all you can have for now, that's fine too. And for my friends that are not able to purchase the electrolytes, because either you can't afford them because they are kind of spendy, you can't afford them, or they don't sell them in your country, because I know I have a lot of followers from other countries. Remember, all you got to do is grab a cup of water, a pinch of salt. It doesn't matter what type of salt it is. Obviously, better quality is better. I like using sea salt. So grab a pinch of salt, drop it in the water, mix it, and that right there is your homemade electrolytes. You can drink that during your fasting hours, okay? If you can afford to purchase the recommended electrolytes from the program. I have quite a bit. I'll use I have, yes, yeah, that's what I did too on phase one, because I had like a half a box that I have from before. I was like, I'm gonna finish them up because they're spendy. So that's what I did. I finished them up. Then I went and got the Ultima. You did it with diet alone. Yes. So it was mainly diet. I walk. I also walk. I walk 5 miles every single day, but it doesn't really matter how much exercise you're doing if your diet is not on point. Okay. Your diet has to be on point. Like it has to be on point. The exercise, the walking, those are just extras, right? So that hopefully we don't end up with like loose skin and things like that. But the diet, this right here is 99.9% nutrition is what it is. So it's with my program. It's called hyperketosis. Whoa, that's amazing. It is. It's an amazing body transformation. So I did 34 pounds in 40 days, 50 pounds within 4 months. And I am on my second round of hyperketosis because I want to lose 20 more pounds. I'm going to walk tonight. That's awesome, Lydia. Do you have a goal in mind on how many steps you want to do? Have you tried those Zevia drinks? I am not a soda drinker. I don't like anything that is sweet because I'm a recovery addict from sugar. I was addicted to sugar before hyperketosis, and it was like literally killing me because I was eating too much sugar. So I don't like eating anything that is like sweet, but from time to time I do use stevia to sweeten certain things. So have I tasted the Zevia soda? Yes. It tasted, it didn't taste bad to me, but again, I am not a soda drinker, so but those are allowed on hyperketosis. If you guys are soda drinkers, you can have Zevia. You can drink that. That will give you that sweet. You know what I mean? If you guys need it. Yes, 3 to 5 miles. Pray for me. Lydia, I'll keep you on my prayers. You got this. You can do this. You'll be fine. Start with what feels comfortable for you and then push for more every day. Like that's what I did. I told you guys I was too fat and too heavy and in too much freaking pain when I started hyperketosis to walk. I was too heavy in a lot of pain to walk a lot. I started with 15 minutes around my neighborhood and then I cried because everything hurt. And then I increased it more and more by the day until I got to the 5 miles. So do what's comfortable and then increase it, push for more every day. Same here. I'm the same with sugar. Yes, it's a freaking addiction and it's a horrible one because sugar will like kill you slowly and sometimes not so slow. And so many sickness and diseases come from sugar, processed sugar. So I don't mess with that stuff anymore because I don't want to get addicted to it. When you have that addicted mentality or brain to certain things, it's easy to fall back again. So I don't want to do that. I've been doing just fine for going on 2 years now, and no, I yeah. So when I crave sweets, because I do crave them from time to time, especially when I'm on my period, I keep a lot of fruit in my house. I will literally think that I spend more money buying fruits and vegetables than anything else when I go grocery shopping because I keep a lot of fruit at home and that has helped me so much to when I want something sweet, I just get like fruit. I snack on the fruit and then I'm fine usually. So that has helped me a lot as well. But sugar is one thing is to get chunky from eating food, right? Like like we eat a lot of food, whatever, but like it's a different animal when you gain a lot of weight from eating sugar like that, because now a lot of sickness, a lot of diseases come from that. So it is, yeah. I'm so thankful for you, Luna. Lydia. Oh, that's so sweet. That makes me feel like the time that I spend here with you guys is totally worth it. Because like I said, if I can motivate one person to eat healthy, change their eating habits, and start moving their body. If I can get one person motivated to do that, I'm happy with that. Because God knows that it took me everything that I have, like everything that I have to like change my life. It took me, oh my gosh. When I say that it took me everything I have, it took me everything I have, you guys, to get up from the couch, to start eating healthy, and to start walking, to start just doing healthy things with my life. Because a lot of the times, when we gain weight, we just get really comfortable. Like we just get really comfortable. And when I was here, I was very, very comfortable being fat. Very comfortable. I was not happy. I was miserable. And I was depressed, but I was comfortable because when you gain weight, you get to a point where mentally, you're like, okay, well, I'm fat. Why will I eat a strawberry? Why will I eat healthy? Why will I walk? Ain't gonna make any difference. I'm already fat. So it is really comfortable because you don't have to take responsibility for your nutrition. You don't have to take responsibility for your physical activity. Like we don't do none of that. You know what I mean? So sometimes we get too comfortable. I was there and I gained almost 100 pounds in a very short period of time. It was insane. You know what I mean? So it took everything that I have. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pull through honestly. Like, I wasn't sure. I said I'll give it a try, but I don't know that I can do this. This is too many pounds, and like everything hurts. Like, I'm older now. I'm 47, and then I ended up gaining a lot of weight because I was in an accident where I was barely moving, so I couldn't do any physical activity, and I just let myself go. I started eating bad and sugar, and but when I, finally decided, because of my health, decided to lose the pounds, it was very painful to get up and to start doing it. But I said, my husband deserves a better, he deserves a better life with me. My kids deserve, a better mother. I deserve, the best version of myself. And let's do it. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to be put on medication because of health issues. And I was not just fat, I was obese. So with obesity comes a lot of health issues. And I was there. I was borderline. So I didn't want to take medication. What was the other option? Like, what was the other option? Lose weight, eat healthy, stop eating sugar, and start working out. It's been almost 2 years, you guys. It's been almost 2 years for me. I'm still not where I want to be. It's a process. It takes time. We go through like ups and downs, and I could have been to my desired goal weight already, but you have to do things how you have to do them to get you there. I did my round to hyperketosis. I lost 34 pounds. Then, in 40 days. Then I did calorie deficits. I got to 50 pounds. Then I did another calorie deficit, and I lost 7 more pounds. So that's 57. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to maintain for now. So I got really comfortable just maintaining. I had a visit with my doctor last month, and she reminded me. She said, you still need to lose about 20 more pounds. We need to bring you down to the healthy weight for you. I'm short. I'm barely 4'11", so I'm like this big. So, and I said, yes, ma'am, it's time. Like, we're gonna do it. Here we are. Yes, that is what I'm going through. It's yeah, yeah. It a lot of us, deal with things like that, but we just gotta keep reminding ourselves that nobody's gonna do it for us. Nobody. You can just lay there and wait for years and years. Nobody's gonna come and do it for you. You have to get up, push through the pain, and do what you're able to do. You know what I mean? And push for a little bit more and more every day. That's what I did. Hey Twizzler, how are you? Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? Welcome, you guys. I will never forget one day that my husband came home from work, and I had just got done walking in the garage. I think it was probably my second day pushing for 5 miles. I had just got done. I jumped out of the treadmill, and everything hurt, like my legs. Like, I was in so much pain. I was just recovering from like the injuries from the accident. So I was in a lot of pain. I was not able to move my neck, to hold my neck up. It was really painful. So I'm like, I got up on the treadmill, and I just literally couldn't take another step. So I just like sat there, and then I started crying. Like, I remember I started crying because I was in so much freaking pain, thinking, how am I gonna get to the stairs from the garage into the house when I'm in so much pain? I can barely move my legs, my back is killing me, my neck is killing me. And my husband came home, he opened the garage door, and he looked in there and like couldn't see me, and then he looked down and he saw me, and he saw that I was crying, and he was like, oh my gosh, like, what happened? Are you okay? And he thought that I had fallen down. He's like, "Did you fall down from the treadmill?" And I was like, "No, I'm just like sitting here because I don't like, I'm in a lot of pain." And so he helped me get inside the house, but like the look on his face, like he was so scared and like so worried. And I'm like, I'm walking like this because I can barely like move. And just seeing how scared and how worried he was, I was like, I gotta do better. I gotta push. Like, I know this hurts, but like I gotta push through. Like, every day, just do it. You know what I mean? Because, like, again, he deserves a better life with me, than what I was doing. I'm going to read my new hook. My new book while I'm walking tonight. Nice. That sounds good. I need to give me some new books. I need a couple new books because I already read all the ones that I have. And I usually do lives when I walk, but I sometimes I also like just that, that time just for me where I'm reading or doing something that I enjoy. Oh, on my book. Oh, there you go. Okay, perfect, perfect. Read everything. Read the guide that explains everything about the program. Read the list of approved foods. Look through the cookbook so that you can have an idea of what recipes you want to create from there when you go get your groceries. That will make everything easier. Having the list of approved foods, and then now you have an idea of which recipes you want to create from there. Welcome, you guys. Welcome, welcome. If you guys have any questions about hyperketosis, please let me know. Drop them down below. If you are new to my page and my lives are all about hyperketosis, losing weight, and maintaining the weight loss. I lost 34 pounds in 40 days, 50 pounds within 4 months with hyperketosis. This is my 40-day body transformation, and you can do it too. If you don't know what hyperketosis is, let's break it down for you. Hyperketosis is a 40-day rapid weight loss diet, and the base of hyperketosis is intermittent fasting. On hyperketosis, we fast for 16 hours and we eat within an 8-hour window. You choose the 8-hour window that works for you. Mine was from 11 to 7 on phase one, and we eat 2 meals per day. The 2 meals consist of 4 ounces of protein, 2 to 3 servings of vegetables or until you are full, and 1 serving of fruit. We do not cook with fats or oils. We cook with water, broth, vinegar, liquid aminos. You can boil your food, air fry it, grill it, bake it, no fats, no oils for those 40 days. And the only sweetener that we can use is stevia. And you do not have to do intense exercise to lose the weight, but you need to be moving your body, doing some type of low intensity physical activity, such as walking, swimming, yoga, Pilates, Zumba. You can also do strength training using resistance bands. You can lift 5 to 8 pound weights. And I want you to drink a lot of water throughout the day as well. So that is what hyperketosis is. That is how I was able to go from here to here, losing 34 pounds in 40 days, 50 pounds within 4 months. I am a certified health coach, and this is what I do. I coach people both online and in person to lose weight and to maintain. Remember, you guys, all of the food for hyperketosis has to come from the list of approved foods for hyperketosis. You can't just go to the store and start buying things and think that you're on hyperketosis, because you're not. If you don't have all of the information, if you don't have the guide, if you don't have the list of approved foods to know the do's and don'ts, most likely you're doing everything wrong and you're just wasting your time. I told you guys that I had on my morning live this morning when I was walking, I had somebody that came in on the live and said that she had been that she did hyperketosis and she only lost 6 pounds. And I said that just can't be possible. That's not what happens with hyperketosis. I said, unless there's like medical issues, medications, and things like that are stopping you from losing weight, there's just no way. So the first thing that I asked her, I said, do you have my program? And she said, no. I said, then how do you know that you were doing hyperketosis? How was you doing it? Like how? And she, said that she had watched a couple videos here and there, has come to my lives a couple times. And I give you all of the information. I talk about everything on my lives and on my videos and everything. But you have to literally watch so many videos, so many lives in order for you to get everything that you need to know and understand about this program. You're not going to be able to learn everything by watching a couple of videos here and there. It's not going to happen. There's a lot of do's and don'ts to the program that you need to understand if you want the program to work for you. So you need to make sure you have the program. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. Like this person, that did it and only lost 6 pounds. That is absolutely not nothing that compares to what we can do on hyperketosis. Most of my clients lose those 6 pounds within the first 3 or 4 days. Most of my clients within the first 2 weeks are done between 12 and 15 pounds. Within the 40 days, most of my clients do between 30, 35 pounds. So don't waste your time thinking that you're doing it if you don't have the information to read it. You can find all of the information link in my bio. Everything is there, you guys, for you. Make sure you read it, understand what to do, what not to do, and follow the program. Most diets, if it's a decent diet, is going to work, but you have to stick with it long enough to give it time to work. One thing that I have learned throughout my weight loss journey is that consistency is everything. Consistency is the key to everything. And I am the most undisciplined person in the world. Like, I have zero discipline for anything. I know you guys think that I have a lot of discipline because of what I do, but I don't. I keep telling you that I don't. But the one thing that I was able to do was to stay consistent for those 40 days. The same thing that I did on day one, I did it for 40 days, 40 times. So consistency is what got me here. Not discipline, not anything crazy. It was consistency. Just do that same thing 40 times. You're going to do it for 40 days. This is a 40-day program. If you can't commit to that, I don't know what to tell you, because that's just 40 days. You know what I mean? That is just 40 days. So even if you think that you have like zero discipline like me, just be consistent. Stay consistent with the program. Doesn't matter what else you do or don't, but stay consistent with the program. That's how you're going to get those results. That's how you're going to get to where you want to be. That you're not going to get there by lack of consistency. These strawberries are so good too, from Costco. And if you guys are not following my Facebook page yet, please go and give it a follow. The name for the Facebook page is Hyperketosis Community Support. Hyperketosis Community Support. That is the Facebook page. You guys can post your questions, ask questions, share recipes, post your recipes, share with other members. That page is for you guys to get support. I'm also there, obviously, posting content. But give it a follow. Hyperketosis Community Support. We finally have it. I know you guys been asking me for like the last 2 years to create one, and I finally got to it. So it's there now. And we are done with the strawberries. We are done with all the food. We ate everything on that plate. That's how the plate should be looking like when you're in a calorie deficit. If you can't finish up your food, you might be having too much food on that plate. You might be eating too much out of what you're supposed to be eating. So, any questions about hyperketosis, you guys, let me know. Again, a reminder that if you guys want to lose weight, the first thing that we have to do is get rid of the inflammation. Okay, we talked about this all the time. Inflammation is it's your worst enemy when you want to lose weight. And most of us have severe inflammation. We don't even know that we have it, but we have it. Just look at your belly. If your belly gets super bloated every time you eat a meal, it gets bloated, it's getting bigger and bigger, you get really gassy, you feel uncomfortable, you have a lot of inflammation, you have severe inflammation. Look at your face, like it's all puffy, you have a lot of inflammation. And again, most of us have it when we don't eat a healthy diet. And when we are dealing with inflammation when it comes to losing weight, inflammation is going to make the process a lot more difficult. So one of the things that I like to do is we have to get rid of the inflammation in order to start losing weight easier and faster. The way we do that with hyperketosis is we stop eating the foods that cause the most inflammation, which are fats, oils, sugar, carbs, and for some people, dairy. Okay. So when you stop eating those 5 foods that are the main cause of inflammation, you're going to be able to get rid of that inflammation. You're going to be able to heal your gut from the inside out, because we're also doing intermittent fasting. When you do intermittent fasting, you are giving your body a break. You're giving your body plenty of time to tap into that stored body fat that you have that has been sitting there for days and days and weeks, and it's finally get to it because you're not eating too much. You're eating 2 meals per day. So now your body finally has time to reach into that and use it for energy. That is how we end up losing the belly. That is how we end up losing so much body fat, belly fat, because of that, because we're doing 2 meals. The rest of the time we're fasting. Okay. So with hyperketosis, we get to get rid of the inflammation. We do intermittent fasting so we can burn a lot of body fat, a lot of belly fat, and we're eating portion control. I give you the portions, you follow the portions, and by doing that, I'm making sure that you stay in a aggressive calorie deficit. Okay. So the only way to lose weight, again, is going to be in a calorie deficit. If you're not in a calorie deficit, it's just not going to happen. You're not going to be able to lose a pound. It doesn't matter how much healthy food you eat. It doesn't matter how much you're working out. If you're not in a calorie deficit and your goal is to lose weight, you're not going to lose it. It's just not going to happen. So you got to make sure that you put yourself in a calorie deficit. Okay. By following the portions on hyperketosis, you are in an aggressive calorie deficit. I was able to lose 34 pounds in 40 days, 50 pounds within 4 months by doing that, by putting myself in an aggressive calorie deficit. So if you guys have any questions in regards to that, please let me know. If you need my program to follow hyperketosis, you can find the link in my bio. And what else was I going to mention to you guys about that? I know I had a lot of private questions this morning that I wanted to talk about on the live. Oh, about the mixing proteins, because I know some of you guys seen me eat, like different proteins on my plate. Yes, you can totally mix proteins on hyperketosis. Totally. You can totally do that. If you want to have steak and eggs for your first meal, totally. You can do that. You want to have chicken and shrimp fajitas, totally. You can mix those two together. Whichever protein that you want to mix, just make sure that they are from the list of approved foods for hyperketosis. That's all you gotta do. Just make sure that they are all from the list of approved foods. But yeah, you can totally mix them. Make sure that you're using your food scale, because you don't want to be going over the recommended portions. Okay, use your food scale, stay within the portions. In medicine, it can mean a dangerous condition. Well, good thing that this is not medicine, right? This is not medicine. This is nutrition. So anyways, and also walking, you guys remember, walking is part of the program. You want to get the most out of the program, you got to do the most. Now, this was a question that I got this morning. It was from somebody that is not able to walk, somebody that cannot do a lot of physical activity. So the question was, if I can't get my 10,000 steps per day, should I still do the diet? Am I still going to lose weight? And the answer is yes, absolutely. You should still do it, okay? Even if you are not physically able to get your steps done or do any form of physical activity, you should still do the diet. You're still going to lose weight. Just understand that you're not going to lose 35 pounds in 40 days. You might do 20 pounds within the 40 days, but listen, 20 pounds is better than no pounds. Okay, losing some pounds is better than losing no pounds. Now my clients, the ones that are doing 35 pounds within the 40 days, they're walking 10,000 steps, they're doing the most, they're doing a lot. So, but if you can't do none of that, that's fine. Still do the diet, because you're still going to be doing a calorie deficit. You're going to be doing intermittent fasting. You're going to be eating portion control. So you're still going to lose weight. You're not going to be eating fats, oils, dairy, carbs for those 40 days. You're still going to lose weight. Okay. understand that the people that are losing the most is because they're doing the most, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to work for you if you can't walk. Still do it. It's totally worth it. I coached a lot of older clientele, especially in person here in my hometown, a lot of clientele that are not able to walk, that have hip problems, leg problems, knee problems. They're not able to do a lot. They're still losing weight because they're following the program. So still do it. It is totally worth it. The other comment that I got this morning, or private question, was, can a diabetic do it? And the answer to that is yes, absolutely. But if you have any medical conditions, before you do this diet or any other diets, I want you to go and talk to your doctor about it, okay? Download the program, read the program, and then take it to your doctor, show it to your doctor. I am not a medical provider. I'm a certified health coach. So I can only give you so much advice within that. So please always go and talk to your doctor before you do anything with your nutrition. With all of that being said, yes, I have coached so many people that are pre-diabetic or insulin resistant or diabetic, okay? And for the diabetic people, for most of them, we just have to tweak the program a little bit. We have to switch up a couple of things, like instead of eating an apple, like when it comes to the fruit, instead of eating an apple, we'll have you eat blueberries. Instead of eating a whole cup of blueberries, we'll just have you eat like a handful of blueberries. So we lower the portion when it comes to the fruit, but you're still getting some, you know what I mean? So we just have to tweak it a little bit for diabetics, but it still works for the ones that are following it. So that was a question that has been asked a bunch of times, and I just wanted to touch up on that again. I have coached people that are pre-diabetic, diabetic, insulin resistant, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, Hashimoto's, menopause, premenopause, and everybody that has followed the program has been just fine, having a lot of success with it, losing the pounds that they wanted to lose. So if that is the situation for any of you guys, just, understand it is possible to lose the weight. You just got to follow the program. And if you guys have questions, please let me know. I'll be jumping off of the live here shortly because I do have a coaching consultation appointment over the phone with one of my clients. So if you guys need the program, go and grab it before I get off of the live. On sale for the duration of the live. It is at the lowest price that you guys are ever going to be able to get it when it comes to the sale price. So link in my bio. After that, it goes back to regular price. And remember, you guys, if you can, go and get your steps done. If you're able to, go and get your steps done. If you want to get the most out of the program, you gotta do the most. Go get your steps done. Do anything that feels comfortable to you when it comes to the physical activity. Keep it low intensity, because that's all we want to do on hyperketosis, is just low intensity physical activity. Remember, the summer is coming. Summertime is going to be here in no time. So this is the best time of the year, you guys. This is the best time of the year to lock in. Lock in, start losing those pounds, because we don't want to wait until 10 days before the summer. And then now we can't lose anything. You know what I mean? Start now. I always like, January is the month where I like to start anything that I'm going to do for that year. I started January 2nd, my second round of phase 1 of hyperketosis, with the goal of losing 20 more pounds so that I can get to my desired goal weight. So don't wait until 10 days before the summer gets here. Get with it now. So get with it now, guys. Get with it. Start doing it. Start doing what you need to be doing. Start following the program. Start eating your hyperketosis delicious food. All hyperketosis is a calorie deficit. You're gonna be eating tons of vegetables. You're gonna be eating lean protein. You're gonna be eating some fruit, and you're gonna drink a lot of water. You're gonna go for walks throughout the day. What a healthy, super healthy lifestyle right there. A healthy diet that can turn into a healthy lifestyle. Once you lose those pounds, once you get lighter, once you feel healthier, then you will transition into a lifestyle, something that is sustainable for the rest of your life. I'm going on my second year of maintaining my weight loss and haven't had absolutely no issues. I actually feel the healthiest I have ever felt after doing hyperketosis. It is a freaking amazing program. And if you scroll on my page throughout my videos, there's tons of testimonies from my clients that have done hyperketosis with me and have done amazing with losing the pounds and maintaining their weight loss as well. So it's an amazing program after all. I can't wait to be skinny. You're going to get there in no time. You're going to get there. And with hyperketosis, one of the things that I love so much is that for me, I gotta see something to stay motivated. You know what I mean? Like you gotta show me that it's gonna happen. Especially when all I seen is the scale go up, for a long time. So with hyperketosis, you're gonna see the scale go down almost every day because you're gonna step on that scale every morning. As soon as you get up in the morning, I want you to go pee, I want you to go poop, and before you drink any water, any electrolytes, get up on that scale every morning. And try to do it about the same time every day. And it is super motivating to see the scale go down, like go down day by day by day. Like to me, that was what kept me going because I was like, oh my gosh, like another pound and another pound and another pound. You know what I mean? So you'll get there. You're going to get there in no time. Like it's going to happen. Just stick with it, follow everything. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for the follows, guys. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate you guys very, very much. If you guys need meal ideas, here on my page, you can find a hyperketosis playlist for hyperketosis meals. I have about 100 different recipes that I share with you guys from hyperketosis meals. A lot of them is what I was eating during my 40 days of hyperketosis. You guys can go and watch it if you want to. It's titled Hyperketosis Meals. I also have another playlist with maintenance meals for for phase 3 after hyperketosis, so that you guys can get ideas what the portions should look like, what your plate should look like, and what you should be eating as well. And with that, I will be jumping off of the live now, you guys, because I do got to get ready to take this coaching call that I have for one of my clients. Remember, if anybody needs one-on-one coaching, that is also something that I provide. Link in my bio. You can book a coaching consultation there. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I love you guys. You guys are the best. I enjoy coming and having my time with you guys, eating my food. It keeps me on top of everything. It keeps me motivated to keep showing up and doing it with you guys. So thank you so much for that. I will see you guys on the next one. I will be here tomorrow morning. Same thing. We'll get my walk done. Then we'll come and do lunch together. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one, guys. Ciao.